Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news of important progress in TPPA negotiations. Overnight, a key hurdle in the Trans-Pacific Partnership seems to have been overcome, with Japan saying they have resolved their difficulties with the US over the treaty. China's central bank cut the amount of cash that banks must hold as reserves yesterday, the second cut in 2 months, adding more liquidity to the world's second largest economy to help spur bank lending to combat slowing growth. The move, however, has raised eyebrows worldwide, with more analysts wondering if China's economy is in worse shape than thought. Overnight, the Greek government has ordered its public service bodies to hand over any reserve cash to help it meet a payment due to the IMF due at the end of the week. Orders to private sector bodies may not be far behind. And there are reports Athens is exploring ways to restructure its debt, a move that underscores how close the country is to defaulting. But officials in the ECB say they no longer fear contagion in the way they did just a few weeks ago. In the UK, both HSBC and Standard Chartered are looking at quitting London for a new home in Asia because of a big jump in a new tax on UK banks that makes staying in Britain increasingly costly compared with other jurisdictions. Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Glenn Stevens has raised the prospect of another official rate cut as early as May the 5th. He has also talked about being trapped between the need to quell fast rising house prices, especially in Sydney, and the need to support the real economy. And if that rate cut does come, it'll likely push the Aussie dollar down and the New Zealand dollar above mid-rate parity. After Stevens' speech, the market started to move. The US Treasury 10-year benchmark yield is basically unchanged today at 1.88%. New Zealand swap rates rose overnight and they're at the highest level in 3 weeks, although they're still well below the levels we saw at the beginning of the year. US oil price remains at about $56 a barrel, while the Brent crude price held at $66 a barrel in trading earlier today. The US and international rig counts are still falling. The gold price fell $10 an ounce and now trades at $1,193 an ounce. New Zealand dollar starts today at 76.5 US cents, 99.1 Aussie cents, 71.3 Euro cents. The TWI is still very high at 81.5 and not far from that record post-float high of 81.93, which was reached in July 2014. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.